A defensive disaster class as the Sharks' losing streak reaches 5.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young. I've been covering the Sharks since 2018, also the co-host of Locked On NHL. I want to thank you for making the Locked On Sharks your first listen, proudly part of the Locked On Network, the #1 sports podcast network. We cover your team every day. And if you want to be an everydayer, all you have to do is just follow along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. And today we're going to be diving into this defensive disaster class as the Sharks. It was a major disappointment as the Sharks lose 4-1 to the Calgary Flames. And what felt like you had to win this game to get off on the right foot here. So we're going to break down the mistakes, compounding mistakes for the Sharks. What are these lines as the lines to start the game, and then the line blender choices in this game? Some questions there. And Michael Misa, of course, continues to need more ice time, and we'll look at how the numbers behind this game. So before we get to all that, do want to let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Use your profit boost on any NBA future. Get entered for your chance to win a trip to the NBA Finals. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. I'm not ready to throw the season away. It's over, kids. I'm not there yet, but I'm looking for the trash bags. I'm starting to look for the trash bags here. Just like going into this game, right? If you had told me, hey, the Sharks are going to get 16 shots on goal in the first period, you're going to get 35 shots on Dustin Wolf, right? You're going to they felt like you're going to control play. You're going to do, like Michael Misa is going to look really awesome in this game. Awesome. How much did we win by? No, that was not the case. This just a frustrating performance because it's as we've seen from the Sharks team so many times, just mental errors and miscues and dumb plays and sloppiness that they just can't overcome. And does Askarov need to make some saves? Yes, Askarov needs to make some saves. Does Mario Ferraro, when he has the puck and plenty of space in front of him, should I A, skate with the puck and take the space given to me, B, pass it to a wide open Michael Misa who's got speed starting to leave the blue line, or C, throw it at William Eklund's feet as he has a man draped all over him? Ferraro throws it on Eklund's feet. Eklund, of course, loses the puck, turns the Flames get the puck. It gets to Nazem Kadri, who is wide open in front, and that's a goal, right? Do you want Askarov to make a save there? Would love Askarov to make a save there. Would also love for the puck to have just gone into the offensive zone like it was supposed to. Sharks get the puck. We're going to get going here. Let's make sure the puck is fully into the offensive zone before we make a line change. Or should we make a line change when Will Smith doesn't quite have the puck here? Let's make a line change when Will Smith doesn't have quite the puck here. Puck comes back, of course, the other way. And some nice passing by the Flames. Boom. Actually, no, it wasn't even nice passing. It was just a great shot. I mean, that was a great shot. Right? Great shot down the wing. By Connor Zary. Timothy Liljegren. I get the puck. Should I A, blind pass through the middle right in front of my goalie, or B, literally do anything else? Just like these types of, this is why I'm such a big, like, the Sharks can't wait to fix their defense, because you're ruining everything else by just this poor defense and poor mistakes and dumb plays that your defense is. And there's plenty of blame. I'm not just putting it on Liljegren. I'm not just putting it on Ferraro. Like, I'm not just putting it on the defense. There's plenty of blame to go around for tonight's loss. But this is why I'm such a proponent of, you have to do something now. You have to do something now to try to fix it. Like, I'm all for drafting a sweet. I cannot wait to draft a defenseman in the first round. I don't care. I'm very excited to have a new awesome defenseman, but I cannot continue to watch Mario Ferraro and Timothy Liljegren and John Klingberg doing the same things over and over every night. You're ruining Askarov. You're ruining everything else because the defense can't get out of its own way night in and night out. Like, you guys see, like, it's yes. And again, the lineup choices, which we're going to talk about here in a minute, horrible lineup choices. Like Shakir Mukhamadullin, who's clearly frustrated that he's not playing. What are we doing with Kiefer? Like, again, plenty of interesting lineup choices that we're going to discuss, but simple things like just getting the puck out of your own zone. This defensive group can't do it. It's a simple thing to get the puck out of your zone, and this group can't do it right now. If you had any sort of competent puck movers tonight to play, like, we're talking about a different situation. And like, credit, like, all the credit to Dustin Wolf was absolutely outstanding tonight. Dustin Wolf was the better goaltending. Dustin Wolf was the reason why the Flames won this game, because when he kept the Flames in the game early on and the Sharks couldn't solve him, and then the Flames took advantage of some opportunities that the Sharks absolutely handed them on a platter in this game. And again, would you like Askarov to make a save there? 100%. Was it Askarov's best game? No. Was it his worst game? No. But it's just, this defense, it's maddening. Like, what's the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. You keep throwing out the same defenseman over and over and over again, and wondering why the defense is so bad. The defense is so bad. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Where how many times do we have to watch them bumble the same plays over and over? It's just simple plays. Get the puck to the open guy, or throw it at the guy whose feet, like, who's got a guy draped all over him, and throw him at his feet there, right? Or just blind pass, sling it across the ice there and hope somebody's there. Just horrific decisions by the Sharks tonight. Horrific decisions by San Jose. And Liljegren had like another one where he fumbled the puck at the blue line. If it wasn't for Askarov making a ridiculous save in the first period, like, that would have been a goal there. So frustrating. This defense is killing me right now. So yes, again, they need to draft and develop a high player pick with whatever first round pick they have. If they have both their first round picks, I don't care. Pick 2 defensemen. Pick all defensemen in this draft class. I really don't care. You got to find people now, because I cannot keep doing this, guys. We cannot keep playing bottom 6 to bottom pairing defensemen in every role, because that's what the Sharks are doing right now. You have to go find some solutions that are better than what you have, because this team cannot take the next step. And yes, this year has been way better than expected, but this team cannot take the next step until you fix this problem. And you can't wait 3 years to fix this problem. You have to do it now, or else you're going to freaking go crazy having to watch this over and over for the next 3 years while you wait for defensemen to hopefully make an impact. So fix it. We're going to talk about these ridiculous lines, why Michael Misa needs more ice time, and we'll dig into the numbers of this game here in just 1 second. Workplace chaos, deadline stacking up, inbox overflowing, and the one position you have to fill still sitting open. When the pressure's on, you need the right hire. This is a job for sponsored jobs. Indeed, sponsored jobs help you reach the people who actually fit what you're looking for. Skills, experience, location. It's not just hoping the right candidate stumbles across your post. Here's a great stat. In the minute I'll be talking to you about Indeed, companies like yours have made 27 hires on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. So spend less time searching, more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners to the show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. Cold days, packed schedules, and big goals. That's winter. And when there's not a lot of time to cook, eating well can feel like another thing on the to-do list. That's where Factor comes in. Factor makes healthy eating easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs. So you can eat well without the planning, prepping, or cooking. Factor meals are always fresh, never frozen, and ready in about 2 minutes. No refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no refined seed oils. They have options like high protein, calorie smart, Mediterranean diet, GLP-1 support, and even the new Muscle Pro collection for strength and recovery. So head over to factormeals.com/lockedonnhl50 off and use code lockedonnhl50 off to get 50% off and free breakfast for a year. Eat like a pro this month with Factor. New subscribers only, varies by plan, 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year while subscription is active. All right, do of course want to thank you for making a Locked On Sharks your first listen. If you haven't yet, this is the perfect time to check out the Everydayer Club. As we expect Mike Grier to be very busy. Join the Everydayer Club. You get ad-free audio, access to our group chat on Discord where we get to talk about the Sharks all the time with people who want to talk to you about the Sharks. But if you use code DEADLINE ahead of the trade deadline, you'll get a month for free. Join now at lockedonsharks.supercast or hit the link in the show notes. All right. These lines and line decisions and everything, and what are we doing, man? My biggest takeaway is Kiefer Sherwood not on the first line. Do not put Kiefer Sherwood on the first line anymore. Like, I get it. He's your shiny new toy where you want to see what he looks like. You just paid 2 second-round picks for him. This is not working out so far. Does not look like a fit with Celebrini and Will Smith. And then, of all decisions, separating Celebrini and Smith tonight, not, I don't think, what you want to do. So, Sherwood, Smith, and Celebrini played about 8 minutes tonight together at 5-on-5. They had 9 shot attempts for, 8 allowed, 5 shots for, 5 allowed, with a .26 expected goals for and a .17 expected goals allowed. 4 scoring chances, gave up 5, 1-2 high danger chances. Okay, but then, Khrushchev, Celebrini, Graf played pretty well together. They had 5-1 shot attempts, but then they actually had they had 0 actual shots on goal and gave up a goal with that group. And then Sherwood, Wenberg, and Smith, they didn't do much either. But we've seen Celebrini and Smith do so much great stuff together. Why would you just take that apart? Put the NCAA line back together. We've seen the Graff, Celebrini, Smith line work very well together. I think the Misa line was really great tonight. I wouldn't touch that. And then if you want to have Kurashev and Wenberg and Sherwood play together, that line makes a lot of sense to me, where you have a little bit more defensively responsible line, but you're not limiting the creativity. How often were we seeing and I know it's game 2. I know it's the first game back in 3 weeks basically, but just the Sherwood, Celebrini, Smith line not working tonight. And I feel like the Sharks are trying to make Sherwood a thing. And just Sherwood, I don't think is just going to be a thing. And there was a report that if the Sharks and Sherwood cannot come to a contract extension by the deadline, the Sharks could flip him. And I mean, I was not the biggest fan of this trade to begin with, and the very, 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 very early results are not looking good. I would rather just play Chernyshov than Sherwood. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you rather just see Chernyshov, who I know, did some stuff, did a lot of the, just a more dynamic player? I'd rather see Philip Beestead playing on the wing. I'd rather see a bunch of different things than what we're seeing right now with this forward group. And, and the fact that Regenda, who just had a great Olympics, and maybe Regenda is just exhausted. They want to give him night off. Okay. I'll even give him the benefit of the doubt there, right? That, okay, maybe Regenda, I know he's got a couple practices in, but maybe just give him the night off from the Olympics. Okay. But Adam Gaudette, who's got double-digit goals for you playing bottom 6 minutes, I'd rather see him out there right now than, and again, the fourth line is the fourth line. There's nothing we can do about the fourth line. Well, it's not worth complaining about the fourth line, but it's just, you have Mukhamadullin, you have Regenda, you have Gaudette, guys who have been able to do some of the things that you have had issues with. And I think the Sharks have one too many forwards right now, that between, you need to make a decision between Sherwood, Regenda, and Gaudette. And again, assuming don't have the strength to fight the fourth line tonight, but just a frustrating lineup where I know you're trying to get Sherwood going, but it feels like it feels 100% like you're forcing it. So one of the big positives tonight though was Michael Misa, who was all over the ice tonight, had an assist, great assist, or second assist. He got it over to Ferraro, who made a really nice play to Toffoli, but you saw Misa really positive in the offensive zone tonight. There was the power play with him and Macklin, where the puck retrievals between both those guys tonight were all outstanding. They were all over that zone, making that power play go. Michael Misa, who played 14 minutes tonight. I would say one of your most noticeable players outside of Celebrini tonight, 14 minutes. And again, I know, right, especially in the center position, Celebrini's going to get his minutes. Wenberg's going to get his because he plays on the PK. And I know there was 3 penalty kills for San Jose tonight. But Sherwood playing 19 minutes tonight. Again, Kiefer Sherwood played 19 minutes tonight. Had 5 shots, 8 hits. Hits, if that's your thing, man. My thing with hits is you usually hit people when you don't have the puck, right? But we gotta, like, if this team wants to do anything, you gotta start seeing Misa playing 15, 16 minutes a night minimum. 14 tonight for Michael Misa, who, again, I thought was one of the Sharks' most noticeable players. So we're going to dig into the numbers of this game, talk about how the Sharks couldn't capitalize in their first period opportunities, and then blew this game in the third period, as, again, the Sharks lose 4-1 because of an empty netter to the Calgary Flames. So we'll get to that here in just 1 second. Ever want to experience the NBA Finals live and in person? FanDuel is giving you a chance to turn that dream into a reality with their NBA sweepstakes. Here's how it works. Use your profit boost on any NBA future, and you'll automatically be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. That's right, flights, tickets, the whole experience. If you're already looking at the board and think about which team can make a deep run, this is the perfect time to lock it in. And now, not only can your pick cash, but it can also send you to the finals. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. Use your profit boost on an NBA future and get entered for your chance to win a trip to the NBA Finals. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. All right, again, of course, want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first listen. If you haven't yet, got to go check out the Everydayer Club. You get access to members-only Discord. You get ad-free episodes and more. So head over to lockedonsharks.supercast and join the club. Remember, use the promo code DEADLINE. You get to try it out for a month for free. Okay, let's dig into this game because, again, like, the Sharks did some positive things. Dustin Wolf, very good, and also has a personal vengeance out against the city of San Jose as he continues to be absolutely lights out against any professional team from San Jose. I think he's 10-2 against the Sharks, and he's some ridiculous, like, 10-1 or something like that against the Barracuda. Like, this man personally loves to play in San Jose, as you would expect, the Gilroy native. Pretty good in San Jose. So, but 35-29 shots. Sharks started this game 16-6 shots in the first period. Love the way San Jose played the first period. It was, if you watch the preview, I was just like, hey, get shots on goal, try to kind of keep things simple, right? And just try to build some momentum. They did it. Exactly what you wanted to see. But then in the third period, 13-7 shots from the Calgary Flames there, as they were not only able to take the lead, but then build on their lead, which is you hate to see from the Sharks' perspective. Both teams went 0-for-3 on the power play. As for the 5-on-5 numbers, we had 47.5 minutes of 5-on-5. Shot attempts were 54-37 in favor of San Jose, 59.34 to 40.66 Corsi for in favor of San Jose. Actual shots, 20-23 at 5-on-5, 31-21 scoring chances in favor of San Jose, 10-9 high danger chances, but 2.28 to 2.2 expected goals in favor of the Flames. Again, the Sharks, 23-9 shot attempts, what you love to see in the first period, right? Just coming out and setting the tone. Just Dustin Wolf tonight was a difference maker early on. Even the scoring chances, the first two periods, 11 for San Jose, 13 for San Jose, compared to 12 total for the Flames. 9-4 high danger chances in the first two periods. But then the third period, the Flames, they were just able to establish their game. One, establish their game, and two, they just took advantage of dumb mistakes by the Sharks tonight. 17-15 shot attempts, scoring chances 9-7 by the Flames, 5-1 high danger chances. The Sharks couldn't get to those prime opportunities for the majority of the third period. Again, when it got to 3-1, it felt like it was over. Just the way Dustin Wolf was playing, and then the way the Sharks were playing in the third period, it was just, they could not do anything in there. So as for the lines, Eklund, Misa, Toffoli, like we talked about a little bit, 843, 12 to 11 shot attempts, 6 to 8 actual shots, had a goal, gave up 2 goals. Again, both those goals, Ferraro throwing it to Eklund's feet, and the second one, Liljegren's blind spinorama pass. So 0.16 to 0.9 expected goals for, 5 to 8 scoring chances, 1 to 4 high danger chances for that line. I really like the way they played. I know some of the defensive numbers aren't great. A lot of that is driven by the third period. At one point, this it was 10 to 4, I think, after the second period for shot attempts. Like, this line was really cooking, but unfortunately, in the third period, everything kind of caught up to him. Sherwood, Celebrini, Regenda, not Regenda, Smith, like I talked about, they played 8 minutes. Was somewhat effective, but the way this team is built, you need the Celebrini line to be just the difference maker, and it's not right now. Gaudreau, Stopchuk, Reeves played 540, 2 shots for, 2 allowed, gave up a shot, actual shots, 0 expected goals for to 0.03 expected goals allowed, 2 scoring chances, 0 scoring chances allowed, 0 high danger chances. So cardio line tonight for that line. So Kurashev, Wenberg, Graf played 531, 9 to 4 shot attempts, 6 to 1 actual shots, 0.36 to 0.06 expected goals for, 6 to 1 scoring chances, 3 to nothing high danger chances. Why would you break up that line? It was doing really good things. So frustrating. Yeah. Swap Graf and Sherwood, and I think you'll be okay. And get Regenda back in, Regenda or Gaudet, or get both back in. But we have to make choices here. So, as for the defensive group tonight, I'm going to try to be a little bit nice. I'm going to leave Liljegren and Ferraro alone because I've been mean enough to those guys tonight. But looking at the defensive pairs tonight, so shot attempts, Dickinson Darnay's led the way with 14 shot attempts for, 7 allowed. Dickinson was he had a roller coaster night, a little helter skelter tonight, some great moments, some hold your breath moments from Dickinson. But again, if you're going to make mistakes, I'd rather it be a guy like Dickinson making mistakes, because you hope that he irons those mistakes out. So, but that pairing continues to be effective. Ferraro, Liljegren, 60%, 15 to 10 shot attempts. And then Orlov, Klingberg, 50%, 13 of 13 shot attempts. So Orlov had a sick hip check on Kadri, and Kadri's a tough dude. Like, that was a sick hip check on him. So as for Askarov tonight, 25 saves on 28 shots, playing, and 3 goals allowed, expected goals allowed 2.69, 893 save percentage tonight for him. 7 high danger saves on 8 high danger allowed, 10 of 12 mid danger, and 7 of 7 on low danger. So wasn't horrible, but just it wasn't that difference making night from Askarov tonight, unfortunately. So, but yeah, just an absolute frustrating performance, because again, this was a game that you looked at as like, you gotta start building some momentum here. The very, very, very silver lining from tonight is the Kraken lost to the Blues. The Kings got pounded, I think it was 8-1 by the Oilers, and the Preds won. So you're still 5 points out of the final wildcard spot. So missed opportunity to move up and try to get into that final wildcard spot. You still have 2 games in hand here. So while I know some people are looking for the trash bag, the season's over, everything, it's still right in front of you. So, but again, the goal was 6 points out of the 8, and you just threw away 2. So now you kind of feel like you gotta win. You got to get at least 5 out of these next 6. I think that is the 5 out of the next 6 here, or else it is 100% eject on this season. So we'll see. Oilers on Saturday, and then Winnipeg Winnipeg on Sunday. So it's gonna be a fun weekend. It's gonna be a very telling weekend for the Sharks to see if this team can hang around at this deadline. So that's gonna be for me tonight. We'll be back Saturday after the game. So we'll probably have a preview up as well. So make sure to follow along wherever you get podcasts, and of course you can watch on YouTube as well. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok at Locked On Sharks. Follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at My Fry Hole. If you're watching on YouTube, stick around. You'll get sent straight to our YouTube 24/7 channel, which has shows all the time. If you're listening, go check out the Locked On NHL Game Night. They cover every game every night, so that way you don't have to watch every game every night. So until Saturday, bye, friends.